Hello there, Byambaa. My name's Andrew and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others. Thank you for submitting this trial correction on international marketing. This is a great way to test your topic-specific vocabulary on international marketing and globalization. Now, this is the reason that IELTS exists, but it is a topic that always appears on the exam, alongside other subjects such as technology, law, and education. What we like to do with these trial corrections is give you some general advice and guidance towards achieving academic writing that is of a high quality. But if you would like to make significant improvements to your writing, it takes repeated corrections over time. Only in this way can you learn to spot your own mistakes and stop making them in the future. So, I'm going to go through a number of tips with you regarding this essay and how to do academic writing in general, because my first point is that this is a very, very long essay. We need to simplify your format quite considerably. The point of an introduction is to generally raise the topic of the essay, introduce the contention, so what is not agreed upon, what do people disagree about, and then state your opinion on the subject with a brief reason why. This amounts to a thesis, a brief rundown of your theory on the subject. So here, globalization is actually not a symbol of the 21st century. It is an increasing trend. It is something that is actually happening. It is a real-world phenomenon. So it's not quite correct to refer to it as a symbol. Also, to refer to a war in marketing and trading is also not quite accurate, is it? With academic writing, the focus for us is on being very precise and objective and truthful with our statements. In order to be credible, in order to be believable, we have to make truthful statements. So this is quite a literary statement. This is something you would find in an article or a book, but not in an academic essay. So your intro should be much simplified, maybe 3 sentences that talk about that international marketing is a feature of the increasingly globalized world. While many believe that international marketing is invasive and intrusive and results in cultural erosion to the target country, others perceive it as being a necessary part of an inevitable trend. Personally, I believe that global marketing is a positive trend and should be encouraged to benefit the economies as well as the spread of ideas, language and culture. So in that way we've answered the entire question and we've presented our opinion on the subject. Then we need to discuss 2 body paragraphs in an objective and non-personal way. So let me point out a couple of things that I spotted. Specifically down here, you have referred to a customer, but then not only have you honed in on a specific customer, but you've assumed that it's a male. So you've gone from discussing a customer who may hypothetically see a burger advertisement, and then you have just assumed that it's a particular male, and this makes us feel like you're talking about yourself. This very much is a biased response. So we must not personalize essays. We must refer to the ideas themselves, the effects of those ideas, the measurable results. So with 1 paragraph, in order to objectively discuss one idea, the first sentence should raise the area of the idea, the topic. The next sentence should raise some specifics about that idea, and this can be where you include some opinion or conjecture. Now, we still mustn't say I or you or any of those personal pronouns. We must raise the idea generally and then give some specifics about the idea. But then, you're correct here, we must use an example that specifically supports the idea that we have raised. The point of this is to demonstrate to our reader that our thoughts and our opinion is based on evidence, that we have not only thought about what we want to say, but that we have thought about something that actually connects to the real world, that exists, that is relevant. And then the final sentence of a paragraph should explain the idea fully and how it relates to the original question. A quick grammar point as well. We never begin sentences with conjunctions such as this and here. However is fine to begin a sentence with. However, international marketing is useful for spreading cultures, languages, and ideas around the world. We don't need this though. This is now superfluous, unnecessary, additional. And in IELTS, you can lose just as many points for using unnecessary words as you can for using incorrect words. That's because when we are writing academically, we are trying to be precise and efficient. We want to accurately convey our ideas as efficiently as possible. So using too many words, using the wrong words, and using informal words are all as bad as one another. Formal, objective, detached, unemotional, non-personal language only. The key thing to remember really is that academic writing should be boring. We are not trying to be exciting, and we are not trying to be engaging. We are trying to be accurate, precise, and honest and unbiased. We are trying to be scientists. So a careful and considered explanation is good. So my biggest tips for you are to simplify your writing considerably. This is far too many words, and all that will happen here is you will increase the number of mistakes that you make, and it's just not necessary. You can still score very, very highly on IELTS with only 250, 280 words in task 2. If you try to write too much, you will make more mistakes, and you will struggle to focus on the nuances and the details of academic writing because you are trying to write so much. So less imagery as well. Let's talk objectively. We don't want to compare things to metaphorical references. We want to make sure that we don't refer to our reader, no personal pronouns whatsoever. So for this paragraph, for instance, what the point is the fact that I believe you're talking about the closure of local businesses as a result of foreign marketers. So your intro sentence should raise the idea. So in some developing countries, local businesses are being forced to close down as a result of the presence of international brands. Those companies with the largest advertising budgets are able to market their products effortlessly, I like this, while local entrepreneurs who are forced to compete are less able to do so. For example, the presence of KFC or the introduction of the fast food restaurant KFC, along with its strong advertising through multimedia, billboards, newspapers, and, well, let's not use this because this is ambiguous. We don't want to be ambiguous. We want to be specific. So then we can talk about the example of KFC using their huge advertising budget to recruit loyal customers Therefore, local producers of chicken products are forced out of business, which is an invasive act in itself. So, by simplifying the paragraph, we bring the idea to life, we make it clear, and it also carries a confidence as well. When we express an idea in few words, people can see that it has credibility, because it doesn't take a lot of explanation. Normally, when someone has to explain fully and in long-winded terms an idea, it's because they don't trust you to understand it. So I suppose it's patronizing, it's condescending. So simplification is what will win you most points. But if you would like to continue receiving advice and corrections in this manner, you can subscribe to our course, the link to which is on this very page you are staring at right now. I do hope to be seeing some more of your work coming through soon, but until then, have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.